Good evening everyone, this is Sam bringing you the weekly last week on the trading post video. This time I am reporting directly from the barren wastelands of the old Vigil Keep. The only thing that we can see is just a guildie of mine, and that this place, which used to be a major hub for the entire GW2 population, is now completely deserted. So for today, I have decided that I would restrict the subject to only one item. The reason for that is that no major movements that have attracted my attention have happened on the trading post in the last week. Only one event is worth talking about, and that is a sudden rise in supply of Mystic coins. It actually happened last week, around the 7th of July, that we saw a sudden spike in supply for the Mystic coins, from 45,000 supply to about 56,000 supply. This is huge for the Mystic coins, especially because it means that one of the people hoarding them has dumped part or the entirety of his storage of Mystic coins. You can see why they are not being reworked so that they would be more abundant for the average player, and the reason for that is that there is still a huge load of them outside of the trading post. From this moment, what we could have expected was the price to dwindle, but it's barely changed. The price before this was around 1 gold, the price after it is still 1 gold. I'm gonna be showing you right now. Mystic coins are still over 1 gold. The thing about Mystic coins is that, as I have said before, I have a pretty clear stance on them. In my opinion, they should always be around 1 gold. The reason for that is that while players who are a tad more dedicated and would want to have more of them to get skins would like them to be cheaper, the average player who just comes into the game, logs in to get his rewards, and most of the time does not do much into it and then logs out, is actually getting a fair amount of money just from logging in. And you always have to think in terms of the average player, because that's what Guild Wars 2 is trying to cater to as a whole, except for raids and War vs War Prestige Ammo. I heard so. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. The thing about Mystic coins is that this huge jump in supply must have had a meaning. Either someone needed to get some money back to put into other investments that would have more chance to go up in price, or that person was expecting a price change. I am thinking it was the first option, because Mystic coins are not really getting much of a rework anyways. We've seen them added as a reward for doing the Fractal 100 challenge mode, and we have also seen them added to the World vs World reward track, as well as the automated tournament rewards. From all of these events combined, we have barely seen a change in price of the Mystic coins, at most a few silver. So in my opinion, this movement is not something that should make anyone panic sell. If anything, it could be an occasion for a few people to stock up on the coins while they are relatively cheap, with a buy order sitting at around 90 silver. That is probably what I will end up doing, because crafting skins is something that I am working towards in order to complete my wardrobe. You could also be crafting a few items to sell on the trading post and thus get a nifty profit for the amount of effort involved. Finally, about the Mystic coin supply, I would say that it is still pretty alright. We have a supply of about 47,000 at the moment of this video, and I think that this is the proof of the game being relatively healthy. 40,000 Mystic coins means that in case there would be a new event where people would have to use them to craft something, let's say using 100 Mystic coin to craft something, we would still have about 4.5k players who would be able to do it, because the last few hundred Mystic coins are completely overpriced. This means that we are in a spot where it is alright, because only a small part of the game population actually would care to use mystic coins to craft something. We have seen that with the winter shoulder piece. We have seen that with Night Fury. It is only just a few players who actually go through the effort of making it. And all of this is my stance on the mystic coins. I think the price is alright. I think the supply is alright. I think that at the moment the means of acquisition of them are fine. In case the means of acquisition would change, that more mystic coins would be added to a game mode than is currently, I would be thinking about using mystic coins quickly to craft some items to sell to the buy orders, because the rest of the buy orders reflect the price and the prestige tied to having a lot of skins crafted from mystic coins and spirit shards alike. I hope that you have found this video interesting, because it was not completely dedicated to talking about what happened on the training post, but also talking about a specific item in itself. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section, and if you have any further inquiries, you are more than welcome to come on our Discord or to ask for a guild invite in-game. Indeed, we have opened one of my guild banks as a community guild. It will mostly be used to chat around and maybe exchange some insights on the training post as I am playing. Apart from that, I guess it's just gonna be a nice community. I hope that you guys will have a happy trading and that you'll get rich.